Ahoy, morning breathers. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to today's show.
Hump day.
Hump day.
What?
Anything else to add?
Hump day.
There was some excitement, everybody. Jump on
It's
Boss
hump day.
Man Matt's board. Hump day.
Hump day. Hump day. It's hump day. We're halfway home.
We're
Or
halfway
something.
there. Halfway there. Look at this polo
Oh,
Final Four shirt.
yeah, he's got a
Pullover quarter.
quarter zip.
A little
Yeah.
chilly today.
I didn't go with the button-up theme. I feel bad.
No, you can. It's just a long sleeve and warm.
Shorts and a quarter zip is my just
Is it?
go-to fit.
Go no matter what. I like.
Gotta do it.
You be you, Jackson.
Thank you.
Just be you. It's fine. So there, yeah, we have Ahoy to Jackson this morning.
Ahoy!
I call you Jackson.
Indeed.
I think there's still a sign above the door that says no. What's it say?
Oh, it's a Jack Knowlton free zone.
Jack Knowlton free zone.
That rule
You
hasn't been followed very
Yeah,
well.
that
'cause
that
sign
rule-
is terribly ineffective.
Always. Apparently nobody's reading it.
in fact,
I'm not
here.
stopped by meeker signs.
I've read that more than I have my notes.
Exactly.
Ahoy, Skipper.
Ahoy. We have Boss Man Matt.
Ahoy, skipper.
Ahoy to you. And we can't do anything without SBP.
Ahoy, skipper.
Ahoy to you, my lad. Wednesday morning, we had soccer tonight.
Nope, not tonight. Tomorrow. Tomorrow and
Jack-
Friday.
Tomorrow and Friday.
And then next
Thursday, Friday.
Yep.
Yep.
And then next
Ouch.
Wednesday.
Thursday, Friday, and then next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday is the first round of the playoffs.
So you had one Monday?
We had one Monday, yeah. So we got 3 this week.
I knew you had 3. I just thought,
Yep.
they don't do stuff on Wednesday.
Well, actually, there is a few things happening on Wednesdays in the spring, apparently. They kind of relaxed the rule in the spring and summer, I guess. But
It's okay if we go to hell then, huh?
apparently so.
Fine. Okay, well, good luck to the soccer players. Back-to-back games.
Girls tomorrow and boys Friday.
Got it.
And then girls again next Wednesday.
All right. I went to my granddaughter's junior high conference track meet last night.
you get-
Won very well.
Did you get home before midnight?
I did.
All right.
It was done at like 8:15.
Oh, wow. That's
Nice.
not bad.
I was pretty pleased. And
Yeah.
I even stuck around a little bit
Wow.
instead of just bolting. And my granddaughter, she won the last event, the 4x4.
Sure.
Right.
Sure.
And it was an exciting outcome. My daughter runs for Highland.
Mm-hmm.
They have yet to lose this season,
Nice.
Wow.
and they lost last night.
Oh, no.
It came down to the last race, I believe. I do believe,
Oh no.
and they lost by 5 points to
no.
Pekin, who is really a strong track team.
And Pekin has always been strong runners,
Yeah.
track and cross country.
They won the 4x8 by 400 meters.
Wow. And this is middle school?
Yeah,
Wow.
It's a lot of meters.
yeah. I mean, they lapped everybody.
A whole lap's worth of meters.
Yeah.
So a lot of meters.
Wow.
Yeah. Especially in middle
Second
school.
place was 400 meters behind.
Right. Wow. Pekin's got some runners over there.
That was crazy to me. But Pekin was leading up until they dropped the baton in the 4x4.
Oh.
They went from first to third.
Oh no.
Disaster.
It happens.
The baton is like the football. It's really the most important
You
thing.
cannot drop the
Really
baton.
Cannot drop it.
Can't.
And
So
like
good.
the football, it's like I feel like that happens right because they run off before they have it. Like when a wide receiver catches a pass and turned upfield,
You gotta
all
have
of a
the
sudden,
ball.
nope, I don't have the ball.
Yeah. Does you
Dropped.
no good to turn up field without it.
Nope.
There we have it.
There you go.
There you go.
So that was my last night. It was a good time, good food, good concession
Oh, you
stand.
said you were looking forward to the Nacho Supremes or whatever
Yeah,
it
there was
was.
some dang thing, and I went up to the door and I said, "You guys got some special thing?" And he says, "Oh, the Nacho Supreme." I said, "Yeah, that sounds right."
Yeah, sounds right.
That was not it.
It wasn't it.
And he handed it to me, and I go, I thought it looks. He goes, "Oh, you mean the pulled pork thing?" I said, "Well, that sounds right." Well, he says, "I'll take it back. Somebody will buy it."
Yeah.
And I said, "Well, I don't feel good about that."
Right.
So I ate the damn stuff.
Hey, it's nothing wrong with just some nachos.
Yeah, it was loaded nachos with some cheese.
I can't believe they have loaded nachos and pulled pork at a middle school track meet
Hell,
concession
yeah.
stand.
There was
Wow.
caviar. I couldn't
Caviar.
afford that. That was off. That was not in my budget.
boiled shrimp. You know,
Had a chef's hat, guy. It was amazing.
They have like top shelf like cocktails they make.
Well, you had to go to. There was a special.
Right.
tent.
Okay.
Yeah.
You had to put in a passcode.
VIP.
it's
Yeah.
little. It's like a
Like a
speakeasy.
speakeasy.
Easy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Put in a code in a phone booth and it opens up.
So not only do I have a lot of fun at these junior high and high school events, I rate the concession stands.
Right.
As you should.
I
As
eat
you
at
should.
all of them. All of them. Had a good cheeseburger too.
All right.
So that was my last night, but the last meet. So now we go into softball.
Yep. And that's rolling right close. I mean,
Coming right up.
Yep.
Coming right up. So that'll be a lot of nights. Excuse me. The nothing like going to those and the nothing like the fresh smell of
Napalm in the morning.
What softball games are you going to?
bug spray. Bugs, nothing like the smell of bug soother.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
Instead of napalm.
Fresh cut grass and bug soother.
That is the greatest
And
line. guy, what's the name of that movie? Gets up. There's nothing like the smell of
Like smell of
napalm.
Apocalypse Now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Apocalypse Now.
Great movie. Before I get too much further, I do want to say that the Southeast Iowa Video Network is sponsored by KCTC.
Thank you, Casey.
Thanks, Casey, and all the gang over at KCTC. And the Morning Breath crew, the four of us gentlemen this morning, are sponsored by Hy-Vee and Hy-Vee Fast and Fresh.
Thank you, Willie.
Thanks, Willie. All the Hy-Vees and Hy-Vee Fast and Freshes.
So different kind of competition. So for whatever reason, I mentioned this before, but I got into American Idol this year, and there's like 27 seasons or something. And I haven't watched most of them. Right, I've dropped in from time to time, but for some reason I got hooked on this one. So I've been watching, and they're on Sunday, Monday nights, and I watched it on Hulu a couple days later. Right, so I'm not watching it live. But anyway, they're down to the final. They had final 7, and they were making the cut to the final 5, and they're at the.
Is it to where America votes?
This is America votes, right? Not the judges. And to be fair, all 7 of them clearly are pretty good singers, right? Because they're in the final 7. But then they voted, and 20 million votes, they said. And I cannot believe how wrong America is.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
agree.
America is just wrong.
I don't know any.
I know it doesn't matter, but so they cut 2. They went from 7 to 5, and then they went from 5 to 3. And the 2 people that should have been out, in my opinion, which is the only one that matters, are in the final 3.
Well, you got to quit watching.
I'm about to, but it's just the final 3. There's only one left, but I just cannot believe how wrong America is.
They must have had more family.
It's something. I'm disappointed in
They
humanity.
stuff the ballots.
Well, you can. They say they actually
Vote as
say
much
you
as
can
you
get
can.
up to 10 votes per person, and it's through the app and texting, and so you can vote like 20 times for a person.
Sure.
But it's something like that. So it's not a scientific poll. But even the judges now, I think the judges are like, they like them all or whatever. But even the judges, after 2 of them got cut, 2 of the really good ones got cut, and they're like, what just
They're in
happened?
shock.
Yeah, because they don't have it's all up to the votes now. So the judges don't have a say in it. So anyway,
That is the one thing I kind of like about the show. But I do also like to see the judges squirm
Yeah.
when they have to make a hard decision.
Yeah, and they quit doing
Although I
that.
don't know who the judges are.
Luke Bryan, Carrie Underwood, and Lionel Richie. Carrie Underwood's new this year. Was Katy Perry. Carrie Underwood replaced Katy Perry. Katy Perry had to go to space.
She was an astronaut.
She was an
Right.
astronaut now, right? So anyway, I just was disappointed in humanity after last night.
You can't trust us.
I know.
No.
It was terribly disappointing. So now I don't know. Now I just got one horse in the race, and we'll see.
Are they a mixture of men and women?
2 men.
And the genre they like to sing?
Yeah,
This
yeah. They cut. Well, one's country, one's kind of R&B, and then those are the guys, and then the girl is more pop kind of stuff. But yeah, I mean, and they're good singers. They're just
Which one of the 3 should win?
Jamal.
Who is the
He's the R&B
guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of the 3. Now, he wasn't my horse going into this, but he's the only one I got left. He's the only one I got left.
That show, has it lost its luster a little bit? Because, you used to always hear like the Clay Aikens and
Yep.
that
Yeah,
went on to be huge stars.
I have no idea who's won the last
So I don't know if
5 or
they
10
even
of them.
is anymore.
Well, there's that Iowa girl. I don't know. That's been a while ago now. Maddie Poppy, I think.
Poppy, yeah. But I don't know. She's kind of
Yeah, you
years
don't.
old, hasn't she?
Yeah, I don't hear much about her. I'm sure that she's doing just fine somewhere.
and anybody that knows me I was at a Luke Bryant concert, and she was there with him.
Okay.
Oh.
And anybody knows me knows that I did not enjoy that. But I love my wife
Exactly.
enough to go back and watch it again another year.
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
I just hate every minute of it.
Yeah. Not a big country guy. And Luke is about as country as they get.
Yeah.
He's got the southern country voice, and
But that first one we were at, it was raining. He was miserable. I mean, it was raining. It was just a mud hole, which made it just all the more fun for me. And he was hating it. And then all of a sudden, a switch clicked in him, and he just started having fun.
Yeah.
And he really did. I'll admit, I don't like it. I don't like the music so much, but he put on a pretty good show.
Yeah.
In very not nice circumstances.
I saw Garth Brooks back in the day, and that guy, he was
I
He
would
was
go
high
watch Garth
energy.
Brooks. I would like that.
climbing up on the scaffolding and doing all the stuff. That was a good show.
He's a pretty good guy.
This reminds me of a debate I was having with some colleagues like a while ago. It's like how many artists could fully fill like a NFL size stadium? How many artists these days are big enough that could realistically fill that stadium out?
NFL like being
Like 100,000 people,
100,000.
90,000 people. Because that's a fairly big venue. I feel like even big acts kind of go to like
Well,
Metallica.
more arena.
yeah, the
arenas.
first one that comes, Taylor Swift could do it.
Yeah.
Taylor
But,
Swift, Metallica.
yeah. There's a cool video out right now of Metallica playing Inner Sandman at Virginia, and that's like their entrance song.
Virginia
Yeah.
Tech.
What's that?
Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech, yeah. And like it registered. They
caused an earthquake.
Caused an earthquake. It registered on the Richter scale. The
Yeah.
people were going crazy.
That's my kind of music.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so you know.
It's good music.
I like
You saw
Metallica.
a gleam in my eye.
Yeah.
I've never seen them, but I'd like to. Okay, what else going on, SPP? Gotcha. There we go.
You know?
He's a man of many words.
He is truly.
You can see it all in his face. Well, this just in. New Zealand's human population is now catching up to their sheep population.
Oh,
that
well,
right?
it's about time.
They now average 4.5 sheep per human in their country. That is way down. That is down 22 sheep per person.
Wow, that's
1982.
way down.
Yeah.
Are more people moving to New Zealand, or is the sheep population
listen,
dwindling?
They didn't get into great detail. If there was a sheep marital problems, their divorce rate in sheep is up.
Horse rate and sheep.
They're all moving to Australia.
We don't know.
Don't know.
They're studying it right now.
Yeah.
But this just in.
They're studying it. Somebody
cares?
is taking the time
Situation
to
to monitor
study.
sheep.
Interview some sheep.
concerned.
What's going on?
Yeah, they're
need to
talking
know.
to the sheep.
Ah.
Do you like it here? Do you want to move? Are you going to move anytime in the next 10 years?
Yeah, I think they did send out a survey.
A survey.
Monkey to sheep. Survey sheep.
So we have that. I also heard yesterday, and this could be a good conversation that Pete Rose and Shoeless Joe
I just saw that too. I didn't see.
have been reinstated.
I didn't see Shoeless Joe. I saw Pete Rose.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. I think they should be. Shoeless Joe, I don't know. I didn't hear that. That was a whole other thing. Pete Rose, I'm all
Shoeless
about
Joe
Pete
was the
Rose.
scapegoat of the whole Black
Well,
Sox thing.
okay. All
I'm not
right.
saying he didn't do anything,
Right.
but
Do any of us really know what year was that? Like 19
26 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
A
it
long
was,
time
it was
ago.
100 years ago.
Yeah, pre-SPP.
It was 100
Pre-SPP.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Pete Rose, see, when I was a kid, Pete Rose was it, man.
Charlie Hustle.
Yeah, just a little guy that hustled and played, and I was all
Damn
about
good.
Yeah. So I'm all about Pete Rose, and he should be in the Hall of Fame.
I agree.
Not everybody agrees,
Not. I don't know that he's going to get, but what I heard was they get reinstated after their death. Well, Shoeless
Yeah.
Joe's been gone for a while.
Yeah. Well, he had
What
a.
they've been waiting on.
That was the debate, right? He had a lifetime ban, and his life is now over. So,
Yeah.
do you let him back in? What is lifetime?
So by reinstated, does that mean they're reinstated to be eligible
I
to
think
go into the hall,
so.
or are they reinstated in the hall?
No,
They're just reinstated into the league.
yeah, I
So
think
now
they'd
they
be
actually
eligible.
did play.
I think they'd be eligible to be voted in.
Got it.
I didn't read the stories, but that would be my guess. They're not just like automatically
not-
in the Hall of Fame.
I didn't know if they were in already.
No.
or just,
No.
No, they got both of them got kicked out of baseball while they were still active.
and,
so
and completely banned from anything.
yeah,
I remember that.
So the big thing is Pete Rose probably belongs in the Hall.
agreed.
I don't think there's any question. But you can't. I mean, from baseball's perspective, how do you celebrate somebody and put them in a Hall of Fame who broke a big time
Yeah,
rule?
yeah, he gambled. He gambled on his own teams, and
Yep. Although he lost, I think. He
yeah,
lost
he
those
said.
bets.
Yeah, he said he lost a lot more than he won.
So I don't know. It's a tough question. I think he should be in.
Oh,
Shoeless Joe.
Denise says Pete Rose sucks. No Hall of Fame for you. There's a strong
you're
opinion.
gonna have those.
I know.
Yeah, it's very divisive. I don't know. Like, I obviously didn't watch Pete Rose play, so I don't have the same kind of like
Oh,
attachment.
but you saw Shoeless Joe.
Yes, yes. Noted shoeless Joe Jackson. Yes. I don't know. Gambling on your sport is a tough thing to overcome. But I mean, I don't know. It was a long time ago.
I think that you should be able to gamble on your sport, but you shouldn't gamble on your team.
Right.
Especially when you're the manager.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeff says he's now eligible for the Hall of Fame in 2027.
Yeah, I think it'll be a long time if he ever does get it.
Yeah, and they might not vote him in, right?
They may never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the public opinion will be split. There'll be many like Matt and I that think, let the dude in, man. He did way more good
Right.
than one little bad.
And he was a player manager for a while, which
Yeah.
that used to be more of a thing. They don't do that
That is pretty cool.
anymore. But he was the manager and player, and
I wonder if it'll get tougher the
I'm
longer.
batting cleanup. What are you going to do?
yeah, exactly, exactly.
I wonder if it'll get tougher for him the like further it goes, just because you'll have less people who maybe watched him that are
I wonder if it'll get
considering that. But
easier.
you think
Less
Just 'cause-
people will know about the gambling, and
It could
people
be.
will remember him more.
You think
about
less people would know
baseball?
about the gambling versus what he did? I don't know. Sometimes I guess it just depends.
Yeah, I mean, I can't spout off anybody's statistics at all.
Right.
I mean,
Shoeless Joe.
nobody's sitting here being mad about Shoeless Joe throwing the World Series.
World
right
Series.
now.
Yeah, that's true, and that
He
is
was
li-
one
that is
hell of a ball player.
longer ago.
Not
Fair.
the smartest guy.
Pete or Shoeless Joe?
Shoeless Joe.
See, I don't know much about. I know he got banned, but I didn't. I don't know how good of a baseball player he was.
Read on him and that whole team. They were amazing. They were really good ball players.
Yeah.
Mom
Shoeless
says
Joe was one of them.
Mom says Pete should be out. I had no idea Mom had an opinion on Pete Rose. But
Well, it's come up in conversation. You guys spend more time listening.
yeah, apparently I need to talk to my mom more. Apparently,
Just kidding. Just kidding. Any hellos up there? I hear. So I know that
Yeah.
Denise is in.
Jeff, my mom, Denise, Cindy, Paula.
Thank you all for joining. I'd like to say again. I don't think we say it enough, and I don't want to beat it to death, but all of our comments are now on YouTube. So
The ones we read.
I think that there are still maybe a fair amount of people listening on Facebook. And that is all hunky dory.
There are still more people watching Facebook, which is fine.
It absolutely is fine. But we'd like you to get switched over to YouTube so that in the event that Facebook says we can't do a 30-minute show anymore,
Right.
You'll all be ready to go over.
At
to
least have the YouTube bookmark so you can jump over
YouTube.
there
can
quickly
bookmark
if you
it
need
really
to.
easy and hit a button.
Subscribe.
My good friend John, he was at the track meet last night, and he said he caught our full show for the first time ever yesterday.
What do you think?
And he liked it. Well, he's a grumpy old guy, but he nice in a nice way. He calls it dog breath.
Oh, well,
So he liked his own name.
okay.
But
Okay.
but he quoted some things. He was paying attention.
All right. That's
He
what we
knew that
like.
we weren't having a show Friday, so that reminds us.
Yep. No
We
show Friday.
We're not going to be here Friday.
No.
I'm not going to be here, so everybody just gets a day off.
That's how it goes.
Appreciate it.
Well, I guess Boss Man Matt's not going to.
Yeah, I'd have to leave around the middle of the show, so we're just not gonna.
SBP, you could do it.
I could.
You could just say,
Yes.
That could have been a funny sketch. Is like maybe you get into a debate and Matt just like
Gets
when he
up
has
and
to leave, he
walks
just
out.
gets angry and flips the desk, leaves in a rage.
I thought if I could program it right, if I could just like have it so like we're having a show and then it cuts to Tim's seat and there's just nobody there, but I switch the cameras, but I play all the commercials like there's a show, but there's nobody here.
And just,
I was like, you didn't catch yesterday's show?
yeah, exactly.
The ad rolls over, but he doesn't do the read. Like
Yeah.
there's no.
The comment section's full of, we can't hear you. The audio's out.
Yeah.
There's just empty chairs and I just cut back and forth
Yes.
and I play the commercials. Let's get set for the day.
And go,
plays.
yeah, you can do stuff for the, you can still do the KCTC and Ivy Fashion Fresh graphics.
Yeah,
The
but
first mimed podcast.
Yeah, exactly. Denise says that is hilarious. SPP.
Maybe you do it where it's like an old movie without sound, where it's just like the organ music
Oh, and then,
playing,
like,
and then
the
the
words
cue
pop
the cue
up.
cards, and it's just the word. Let's get set for
let's
the
get
day.
set for the day.
That was good.
And it's like like it's going super fast.
Get that
Interesting.
piano music.
Yeah, it's got that classic like old timey piano music.
Jeez, we're running along here.
I don't know.
We got to take a break. I was just ready to keep rolling.
That's okay.
Let's take a break, huh, SPP?
Yes.
Thank you. Right back.
Introducing Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every meal is a delight. Start your day with our mouthwatering breakfast options and savor flavorful lunches with friends and family. Cap off your day with our delectable dinners. Hy-Vee Market Grill, where every moment is delicious.
Washington County Hospital and Clinics, providing quality health care that puts you first. Whether during a hospital stay, seeing a primary care provider for wellness exams or sick visits, minor surgery to a total joint replacement, or recovering from an injury, we're here when you need us.
More than you expect for your health care. Washington County Hospital and Clinics.
At Seafirst Credit Union, we're all about making connections, like how we connect you with a flexible financing you need to install that all-season room or remodel your kitchen with a home equity line of credit. Connect with Seafirst today and see why together is better.
Welcome back to the show. We had a very spirited discussion over the break, and we almost didn't come back.
I just got into it, you know.
Right in the
It's been
middle of a
show
sentence.
long conversations.
Peter's
Yes.
just talking along. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
SPP does talk.
He
right?
keeps us on our toes.
Yes.
He's got the time. All right, Matt, you got some things that you want to
Just
get
some
off
quick-
off your mind.
Well, just some quick hitter trivia questions. Just some are hard, some are not so much.
I like trivia.
There's no prize, doesn't matter. But what is the movie in which a character claims nobody puts baby in a corner?
Dirty Dancing.
Dirty Dancing. What city is known as the Windy City?
Chicago.
Greek Spankakopitia? I don't even know how to say that. It's filled with feta and which leafy green?
Spinach.
Arugula?
Spinach.
Ooh.
Look at that.
Say that again.
How do you say that?
Spin
How do you say spinach?
No. Spanakopita.
Popeye?
Spanakopita.
Couldn't
don't
tell you.
Is that a food dish?
I guess.
Somebody
It's-
help me.
It's feta cheese and spinach.
I never even heard of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't
Neither
eat
have
it.
I.
How did
So-
you know spinach?
I just know spinach is a very
It's a leafy green.
It's a leafy green,
Yeah.
yeah.
Savant.
Which space telescope was launched by NASA in 1990?
Hubble.
Hubble. Which animated movie released in the 90s featured the song A Whole New World?
Oh,
It's a Disney movie.
Land Before
I'm
Time.
blanking
No,
right
I'm just
now.
kidding.
Aladdin.
Aladdin.
What is the name for a period of 2 weeks?
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
It is a fortnight. I didn't know that. I didn't know what a fortnight
Really?
meant.
Wow.
14 days.
I've heard
14
Fortnite.
14
but,
days.
But I did not know that
I
that's.
think I might have known that, but it wasn't. It's still banging around.
Had you just heard of Fortnite,
Flopping
the
around.
game? Where you
No, I've heard people saying, especially in like Shakespearean,
Yeah.
like a fortnight, right? But I never
A
knew what
fortnight
the actual
away.
length of time that was. What is the official language of Brazil?
Portuguese.
Portuguese. How many time zones are there in the world?
It's like 9.
Tim
time.
Central time.
Tim
Central time is the best one.
No, not just central. It has to be between
Sorry.
daylight savings and
It's standard.
Standard
Standard,
time.
yeah. Is it like 9?
24.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Not
Taylor,
9.
Taylor
You are
Swift.
You are a ghost.
Yeah, I was aghast by that.
Taylor Swift has a
Yes.
song named after which other famous country singer? Tim McGraw.
She has a song called Tim McGraw.
She does.
I didn't know that.
Who does Han Solo shoot and kill at Mos Eisley Cantina?
Greedo.
Greedo.
I'm out on a lot of these now. You're getting too new.
Yeah. What is the company behind Oreo cookies?
Nabisco.
Nabisco.
Thank you, Nabisco.
By the way, I walked by
No free ads.
Oreo cookies. They got them the family size on special. I walked by them twice in the last couple of days. And didn't put them in my
Well,
cart.
good for
I have
you.
a serious lack of cookies in my pantry right now, and I think I'm going to change that today.
It's time.
I
Go
think
for
it
the
is.
Oreos.
I think I'm
told
gonna.
it's like. What was it like?
Isn't it the equivalent of like
it's-
cocaine?
Oh, crack or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the same
thing. You get
nerve centers or
eucalyptus.
whatever. Yes, eucalyptics. That's right. What is the main ingredient in tofu?
I don't.
Plant.
Kind of.
I've never had tofu. Spinach?
No, no.
Is it chickpeas?
Soybeans.
soybeans.
Chickpea hummus is chickpeas. That's right. Who's the most decorated Olympian
Michael
in Olympic
Phelps?
history? Michael Phelps. Aquanet was a brand of
Hairspray.
hairspray. I knew Tim would get that one because it's appropriate.
Look at me.
Flowing
I know that.
So this is just kind of interesting. When turtles lay eggs in the cold, what gender will the babies be?
Female.
Nope, all male for some reason. I don't.
50-50 guess, and I was still wrong.
You seem so assured.
I knew it was one or the other.
I'm just glad I got the space related one right.
What is the capital of Australia?
Isn't it like
Melbourne?
Isn't it like Auckland?
No.
Oh.
Not according to this. It says Canberra, which I've never even heard of.
Nor have
Capybara.
I.
Capybara.
Who's the lead singer of the 90s grunge band Nirvana?
Dave Grohl.
No.
Oh shoot,
Cobain.
no, that's wrong. Kurt Cobain.
Cobain. Grohl was in the band.
Yeah, my bad.
Cobain. All right.
There's some good stuff. I hope you all were able to keep up.
What did Grohl
That
do? Was he
rapid
bass?
fire.
That was rapid fire.
I think it was drums.
Drums?
Yeah, he was drums in Nirvana.
I shouldn't have pretended like I knew. It's where I just keep my mouth shut.
I say
Is
blurt
this-
it out.
It was just a 3-man band, so you had a 30% chance, 33%
Still
chance.
got it wrong.
and Still,
What band did he go on to play with after that? Is a trivia question
I
for
knew
you.
this too, but I don't remember. What was it?
The Foo Fighters.
That's right. It's 7:43. My brain's not awake.
Speaking of 7,
I thought you were going to call for a commercial break
yeah,
there.
wait, whoa, wait a minute.
No, that's not my job. That's not my job.
Put your quarterback.
I'm just the quarter guy. Quarter zip, quarter.
All right, we better take a break so we can get set for the day. We'll be right back.
In the heart of rural Iowa, where community matters most, the connections we make are made to last. Meet KCTC, your hometown internet, phone, and TV provider. At KCTC, we're not just about technology, we're about people. Our dedicated team are your neighbors, committed to bringing you top-tier services right where you live. We believe in giving back to the community that raised us. Experience the power of a real connection with KCTC. Join us in building a stronger, more connected Southeast Iowa.
Attention Hy-Vee shoppers, introducing Hy-Vee Perks, your ticket to exclusive savings and rewards. Access exclusive perks, prices, earn gas discounts, and unlock special deals. All this for free. Join Hy-Vee Perks today and start saving.
Bring the kids, share the memories, celebrate 75 years of traditions at the Midwest Old Threshers Reunion. Relive the magic of steam engines, antique cars, and trucks, tractors, gas engines, and horses. Whether it's your first visit or a cherished tradition, you'll enjoy the delicious foods, the thrill of an Old West shootout, and the excitement of nightly grandstand entertainment. For 75 years, this has been the place where memories are made at the 2025 Midwest Old Threshers Reunion, August 28th through September 1st in Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Visit oldthreshers.com for more details.
The Connie and Amanda team is dedicated to giving back to our community by actively engaging with our clients, businesses, and the public. When it comes to helping you find your next home, investment, or commercial space, the Connie and Amanda team is here for you.
Ahoy, morning brothers. Welcome back to this show that it just seemed to whip by. It just seemed to go quick.
It just kind of went fast today.
I mean, rarely do I miss the first break by 4 minutes. Yet I did today.
We were in the middle of a deep conversation.
Good stuff. It was good stuff. But we now need to get set for the day, SPP.
Indeed.
Let's get set for the day. It is the 14th day of May. It is
Hump Day.
Hump Day. Episode 311. Temperature right now in Fairfield 65, Mount Pleasant 66, and Washington 66. Mostly sunny today. A high of 83.
I just wanted to also point out that if the audience, if you've heard a buzzing noise through the microphones, and maybe you can, maybe you can't, because
I have not been hearing it,
like
but
in the first
there's a
segment,
chance.
it was really loud. I felt like we were kind of screaming over it, almost.
Yeah, they're doing some roofing.
They're fixing the roof.
They're doing some roofing. It's not a massage thing for SPP.
Easy.
My bad.
Yeah, never mind.
No,
Today's headlines from SoutheastIowaUnion.com.
Thumper thing.
Yes.
No.
Beef producers command high prices, but industry is difficult to enter. Henry County eyes edits to proposed ordinance, and the Kirkwood Washington County Regional Center hosts a signing day. And like we talked about, there is some sports tonight. We have tennis districts for the boys teams, conference golf for the girls, and sectionals for the boys golf. So there's some stuff happening today.
We got some stuff going on.
Important stuff. Districts, conference, sectionals. This day in history, on this day in 1973, pre-SPP.
Pre-SPP.
Skylab, America's first space station, is successfully launched into orbit around the Earth. 11 days later, 3 astronauts arrived for a 28-day stay. Didn't we just go to the moon like in 69? So like 4 years later, we put a space station up?
We were on a roll.
Yeah. I was surprised by that.
Space. Love it.
Yeah. Well,
The final frontier.
The final frontier.
the leap from landing on the moon to Skylab is a pretty quick
We
turnaround.
got this figured out.
Yeah. Jack, random joke, random quote, or random fact?
Random fact.
Random fact. The total weight of all the ants on Earth is more than the total weight of all the humans.
Wow.
Yeah. I don't know how you determine that. I don't think you put them on a scale.
I think it'd be horrified to put all the ants in the world
It would
together.
be very
That'd be the
horrifying.
bigger problem.
It would be extremely horrifying.
What was the number you were trying to figure out, Tim? Tillion. You think their weight is a tillion?
It's a lot, lots of tillions.
Because isn't the whole thing with ants, they can lift like double their weight or whatever, so maybe the combined weight of the ants could lift a tillion?
I think there's multiple tillions of ants, because pounds of ants, because how many tillions would there be of human weight?
A lot of tillions.
I don't know.
That also begs
I'm a
the
pretty
question,
high percentage of that. So
how many ants could take down a gorilla? If they're
a tillion.
About a tillion.
About a tillion, roughly.
I won't rehatch that egg, but
You're saying that because it's National Root Canal Appreciation Day.
God dang, I forgot about this.
that's why I'm saying that.
I just wanted an excuse to bring it up.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah.
I'd forgotten all about it.
That is interesting that has a day, but I guess everything has a day.
Everything has a day. You should see the stuff I leave off.
Fair.
I mean, it's not bad. It's
You could
just
put a zinger-
weird.
You could put a zinger on there.
Well, so these are the zingers. I mean, the other ones are pretty mundane. It's like,
well, good.
National Read a Chapter Book Day. Okay.
Dance like a chicken day.
Yeah, exactly. So these,
Like, do we have to do the chicken dance?
That's what I'm. Yeah.
I don't know. Does a chicken dance the chicken dance? Stop.
I don't know the chicken
Just,
dance.
of course, I know the chicken dance. Who doesn't know the chicken dance? I'm repulsed by the chicken dance, just like most normal people are.
Why do
but
they play that at a wedding?
I don't know, because that's.
At a wedding is
Everybody
crazy.
knows it.
Yeah, that won't be played at my wedding.
I don't know. Give me the hokey pokey any day. Macarena.
Macarena's number
Macarena's a
one.
classic.
Macarena rules.
The Macarena rules.
Man, I
Never has that sentence been uttered anywhere ever.
I remember when that came out. Dude just started that.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I
Whoever
can't think
Ah,
of
yes, of course. Began by Edward Macarena.
No.
George C. Macarena.
All right, lads. I think it's time to divulge our takeaway. Boss Man Matt.
Pete Rose for Hall of Fame. 2027.
So it has been said.
A takeaway marred in controversy.
And tied to that, I had no idea my mom had an opinion on it, but she does.
She does. She's a well-rounded mother.
She is.
Jackson.
My takeaway is that while Peter, as a spinach savant, might encourage me to eat that, I will instead be buying Oreos.
I like it.
For the crack effect.
Yes.
For the crack.
I mean, crack is whack.
Crack is whack, but Oreos.
But Oreos are
Oreos
cool.
are fine.
You can get it over the counter.
What rhymes with Oreo?
You can get them over the counter.
Coolio.
Over the
SPP.
Tim loves the smell of napalm in the morning.
It's just
So we've learned.
It's the best. It's the best. My takeaway is that although I have grave concerns over the sheep to human count in New Zealand, I'm now mortified that ants outweigh humans.
Yes.
I'm no longer worried about AI.
It's the ants.
It's the ants.
It's
Ants are
the
doing
ants.
it.
We've been ignoring it for too
If
long.
some criminal mastermind figured out how to brain control the ants, we'd
They're
all
gonna
be
come up
done.
out of the ground.
We'd be done.
by the tillions.
By
the tillions of them.
Society'd be over.
It's like that Indiana Jones scene. That always
Yeah.
scared me as a kid. I hated watching that.
Yeah.
Giant ants. Ugh. Gross.
Bad stuff.
Yeah.
All right, there we have it. Thank you all for joining today. We are back tomorrow, but not me.
Right.
Somebody's going to be here. You and
Greta.
Glorious Greta.
Yeah. And Jack
SPP.
shows up. He'll be
Jackson.
here too. Don't know.
You wake up, you'll show up.
That's what I do.
We are Dark Friday, so sleep in or watch a rerun of us on YouTube.
They're all out there
because you can watch them on YouTube.
You can.
And have a great Wednesday. The show will be back tomorrow. I'll be back on Monday. Have a great Wednesday, everybody.